Hey yo, what's up? My name is Myne, and welcome back to the number one Hytale podcast on the planet. I'm with my partner
Sir.
Chris,
Hey, what's up?
and we have some stuff to talk about. One quick announcement: my camera is something I forgot to charge. It is at 28%.
For
It
goodness
normally
sake.
takes 35% to record a full battery. So if my camera dies randomly throughout the podcast, whoops.
Whoops.
So that's just a forewarning. If you stop seeing me, that's why. It is June, Chris,
hmm
and you know what June also means? June means Pride Month. And you know what Pride Month means?
Postcard.
Apart from, celebrating LGBT, it means postcard. That's the number one thing it means right now.
hmm
And we've gotten a postcard 2 years in a row. We've gotten one on June 4th and June 28th, which means the guessing for when it comes out is kind of impossible because they started it the earliest possible time in June
hmm
and the latest possible time in June. So our guesses for when the postcard could come out is literally the entire month of June.
Yay. So, does that mean tomorrow, or next week, or the week after
Tomorrow, have
that?
they ever done a postcard on a Monday?
No, I don't think so. I think
It'd be
most likely
Friday.
would be like a Friday.
Yeah, so
So,
it'd be
let me
this
pull up the
Friday, the
calendar.
16th.
The 16th, the 23rd, or the 30th. If they want to put it smack down in the middle between the 2 days, it'll be this week on Friday, because of the 4th and the 28th. Or they
See,
can.
that could be a good guess because they've done
Mhm.
one in the earliest, they've done one in the latest, but they've never done one in the middle. So if they want to keep it, nice and even, make it unique, then they would drop one this week.
They would. They certainly would. Or they could just be like last year, because I believe last year's was the
Last year
28th.
was the 28th
Yeah,
one,
and
yeah.
then in 2021 it was the 4th of June. So they could continue with last year's pattern. I mean, they won't continue with 2 years ago's pattern
Yeah.
because that's already passed. But you never know. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll drop it on like a random Wednesday. They just kind of do what they want.
Yeah, they do what they want, but I also feel like the devs love trolling us. Now, I understand that it's not their choice not to release stuff, but I
hmm
feel like for like this postcard stuff, they want to keep us waiting as long as possible.
How could they?
I low-key think they find it funny. Um,
For
we
sure.
just, I mean, if you see like Hugo on Twitter, he's been like making a summoning circle the past 2 weeks. He's going crazy,
hmm
and I know other people are going crazy too. I feel like it's kind of fun to watch that.
Yeah, bro. He wants that Pride postcard. Like he wants to make a good 10-minute breakdown video on that. So
That used to be you, bro. You
it will
can't put
used
that
to
on
be.
Hugo.
Hey,
I don't know.
hey, hey.
I don't know if Hugo does that because I don't speak Spanish.
I don't either.
So any Spanish speakers, let me know if Hugo has ever done a 10-minute video breaking down a single postcard. Be interesting to know.
Hey, we've all done it, man. Maybe not you, but
I keep it
the O-
short. I
the
respect British
OGs,
times.
the OGs in the community have all done it. So it's okay. We
Yeah.
don't do it no more.
So what happens if they don't give us a Pride postcard? Because they haven't given us an Earth Day postcard, something that they've done every single year, as
Mhm.
well as an Easter, as well as a Valentine's card. All of those are cards that we normally expect to get, but have not gotten.
Yeah, and this could go two ways. One, they changed the look of the game like drastically, and they don't want those images to spoil.
It
Like
just
what's
looks like
brand new.
Skyrim now. They've just changed from a block
Yeah,
game
no,
to
it's crazy.
Skyrim.
It could. Like, you never know. Things could change. They could have had a massive graphics update or something, and they want to save it for a blog post to show us. Or they're just working so hard on the game, they don't have time to just take a little snapshot, and they're going to wait. Maybe.
Yeah. So I do want to point out one thing. They didn't give us an Earth Day postcard.
Mhm.
Look at what's happening in Canada right now.
Some nice forest fires, I'm just saying.
It's actually your fault as well as the Hytale.
Yeah, sorry, I
TV.
apologize on behalf of New York. I'm not on behalf of New York, on behalf of Canada to New York for making your outside look like the background of our podcast. Uh,
That's so good, actually.
yeah, our bad. Yeah, but it's not for my province, so it's not 100% on me.
Which province do you live in?
I'm in Ontario.
Ontario.
Yeah, they're in Quebec and New Brunswick and Alberta. Alberta's bad, but I mean, there's probably a little bit in Ontario, maybe like near Quebec, but yeah, nothing's really affecting us in like the Toronto area right now. It's just you could like last week you could smell it, but we didn't get it as bad as New York got it. Like, they were like post-apocalyptic war zone city. That was awesome.
Right, so that's what to mean if they didn't give us a Earth Day postcard and this happens. If they don't give us a Pride Day postcard, a meteor is going to hit Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's just what it is.
we're just going to die if we don't get a Pride postcard. That's really it.
Mm-hmm. And they didn't give us a Valentine's Day postcard. And I don't know if
It broke
anybody
my
found
heart.
love. Yeah, I don't know if anybody found love in the Hytale community since.
Not possible. It's not
No,
possible.
it's
Without
impossible.
a Valentine's Day postcard,
Mhm.
we physically cannot feel love. I've been heartless since, I don't know how long ago February 14th was, but
A couple
since
months
that
ago.
day.
Yeah, a couple months ago. Yeah, it's a little devastating. But, I mean, jokes aside, I'm sure there will be a Pride postcard because the team is very inclusive with the Pride community and all that. So they love it. Everybody loves the Pride
Especially
postcards
with
anyway.
the current drama going around. It's not really drama, it's a stupid
Drama?
argument. There's like drama that a content creator said, leave the kids alone, about LGBT. Really stupid. I don't feel like we need to get into it. But it's basically
Like a big
COD
deal?
removed content creator skin because he said some homophobic stuff.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of
so-
that going on right now. Like, there was a baseball player in
Yeah,
the Blue Jays.
unfortunately.
He got kicked off the team for stuff like that. So, yeah, a lot of political things. Just, dude,
Yeah.
if you got a
Bunch of
platform,
weird stuff. So I think it's going to be a really good thing if we do get a Pride postcard just celebrating the team and the community as well as everyone else.
Plus, the Pride postcards are always so cool, man. Like, I love the little rainbow fireworks they had
They've
the last
been
one.
the best postcards we've ever gotten. The first Pride postcard showed us so much. And then the second one, it's like, I thought we couldn't get even more, but they did. And
Yeah, they were
it
like
blew our mind
neon
with the
signs,
fireworks.
and it was dope.
Incredible. So I'm just looking forward to that's also a reason why I could see it taking until June 20th, because those take a lot of time to set up. There's so many things happening, so many hidden details. I'm sure they don't want to just like throw a picture of like a cave in there. Wouldn't make any sense.
No, they would not. The last two have been sort of like festivals with a bunch of players and everything.
Yeah,
so
they build a whole scene, they invite a bunch of players, make sure they're all dressed up good. Yeah. There's
and
a lot
they
going on.
hide stuff in those postcards. Like the first one, there was a little like pigeon at the bottom, and I think there was like I don't know, other things around. So who knows? Maybe we'll get. I mean, I'm pretty sure we'll get one. It's just all a matter of when we'll get one. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, let's move on to something else because there's not much to talk about a postcard that we haven't even gotten yet.
Promise you, we will analyze it out of this world whenever it comes out. We haven't gotten a postcard since we started the podcast.
We haven't gotten. Have we gotten anything besides HighCon since we started the podcast?
No.
Yeah, we chose a good time.
At
a good time.
In the driest moment of Hytale history. So.
And we're killing it. We're almost, what are we at, like 420 subs or something like that? Like, that's pretty epic.
Yeah, if you want to help us beat Hytale Spins, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That's our goal for the podcast.
Yes. We're at 436, so we're chilling. How much is Hytale Spins at? This is the research we got to do on the podcast. Hytale.
This is not something I checked regularly. Although I should, since it's my favorite channel.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on the first video on my homepage. They're at 1.44K.
Look at that. So we're about 1,000 behind them. So guys, we got to beat Hytale Spins, and one day we'll get him on the pod if it's a real person. If not, we'll have a robot on the podcast with him.
We'll interview ChatGPT.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get to the main meat and potatoes of this podcast. I think we can say Minecraft. Actually, we're talking about Minecraft a little bit today.
Oh yeah.
Yep, and we love Minecraft here. I grew up playing Minecraft. Full respect to Minecraft. Just right now, ever since
put thousands of hours into it.
Oh, so many. Like I have nothing. I have quite a few bad things to say, but like growing up, it like Minecraft basically raised me. But it's been stale for a while now. Really has been. Like even to me, even when I had that resurgence back in 2019 and 2020 because of like Dream and PewDiePie playing it, along with the whole global pandemic when everybody was home.
There kind of was a pandemic where all the kids were home and had a free time.
Yeah, right.
Very much
that
contributed to it.
That was very important, and yeah, it had a resurgence. But to me, it was still really dry at that point. And yeah, I know they updated the Nether, they updated the End, they added other things.
Did they update the End?
Yeah, they have like those little boats in the sky, right? Like those
Bro,
things.
that was 1.9.
Was that really? Oh boy, that was a long time ago.
10 years ago, bro.
Oh, bro, wow, they got to update the End again. Yeah, but they did a 1.20 update, and a lot of people were expecting this update to be literally massive, as it is 1.20. That's just what you expect, right?
And it's a big number.
It is a big number, and you know what they added? Trees, and a bunch of other things.
Not plural. Tree.
tree. Just one. Oh yeah, they added cherry blossom tree. Zzz.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pink trees. Yeah, they look nice, but I mean, every mod has a pink tree in it. I'm gonna be honest, so just download a mod. And they added other things. I think they had the little like brush or whatever, the sniffer. I think that came in this update, and some other things. But some people were.
Wasn't the sniffer promised like 2 years ago?
There was a vote about it a while ago. I can't remember when. But to be fair, I did vote for the sniffer because I'm like, hey, look at this. Minecraft's copying Hytale again. Because that's basically a moss horn. You can't tell me it's not. Like, tell me it's not a moss horn. So,
Is it
yeah,
burnable?
probably. I'd burn it. Yeah, so a lot of people and a lot of Minecraft fans felt a little lackluster on this update. And I think we should cover that.
Yeah, I think we should. And I want to preface this going forward.
Mhm.
I don't even know what's in this update. So that's it. I know trees were added, and I know people were mad, and I think that's the same amount that Chris knows
That's
about
about
it.
it.
But
Yeah.
I do think it's kind of weird that for such a big update, 1.20, you'd expect them to do something crazy. But I think that's been the history of Minecraft updates, is they have been lackluster every single time. I played through the the mangrove swamp update
Mhm.
thing. I
Yeah.
checked out what the swamp was. I personally don't like that biome. I don't know what the consensus is, but you can't really build in it. So I don't know what the point is. There's not really anything to get
looks-
there apart
I
from
don't know.
trees. That's all I know about it.
Yeah, man, like
The big update was the caves and cliffs, and I think
that was a good update.
I don't think anyone can say anything negative about that. Maybe they don't like that they're big now, but I think as a majority, people think that's a very good update. I think so too.
I thought it was a
It made
great
the
update.
game really great.
Like
Yeah.
they've had some pretty good updates in the past. Like 1.13, they added was that the swimming mechanics? I believe the water update. 1.13, possibly. And then there was one. I think it was 1.14. They added the end update. Great update.
No.
No.
1.14
Nether.
was villages.
Sorry, Nether.
1.9 was the end.
My bad. I meant to say the Nether update. I believe that was 1.14.
15.
No, that was the B update. 1.15.
As you can see, we know very much about
Yeah.
Minecraft.
1.16 they did something else. 1.17 they added the caves or whatever. That's 1.18, 1.19. They've had some good updates in the past, and you expect 1.20 to be bigger. And there was a little bit of backlash in the Minecraft community, which is kind of funny. But hopefully, we don't know this for a fact, we'll have good updates. That's Hytale, because the possibilities are endless right now. I mean, we need to get the game first, but
that would be important to get the game first before the updates. Imagine they just say hey, Hytale's on 1.0.1, and we're like, where's the beta?
Yeah, I know, right? Hytale 2.0 already. That's crazy. Actually, it might even be on 2.0.
Hytale 2 is gonna come out.
Hytale 2? And
they're gonna ditch Hytale 1. They're gonna say Hytale 2 is coming.
I'm sure we won't be alive for that. Let's be honest. There's no shot. There's no shot.
We are not alive for Hytale 2, but hey, maybe our grandkids will play it.
Nah, no shot. No shot. I think the world might end before Hytale 2 comes out.
I think the meteor is gonna hit.
Yeah. So we wouldn't even play Hytale 1, and they're already working on Hytale 2. It's gonna be like the whole GTA 6 situation. They've been working on it for a decade now, and it's still not really close to releasing.
We're still hoping for GTA 6 updates, but we're also hoping for Hytale updates, which will hopefully come next month.
Yes, please.
I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited. Okay, here's the thing. Let's not talk about what the blog post itself will be. Let's talk about what happens if they don't put out a blog post.
Ooh, I don't think I've heard this question go around at all.
Yeah.
Because everybody on Reddit's blog post most likely next month, and then people are talking about, and they're like, yeah, I just want a beta, man. Other people are like, dude, just let me see something about the combat or whatever, or the magic
what
system.
happens if there's no blog post? Because that is a possibility. They haven't given us any sort of news within 2023.
Yeah. The only news we've gotten is that they went to LA for an icon, which to me is a good sign.
And the John Hendricks tweet.
Yes.
John Hendricks tweet and Hycon. Those are the only two things.
Yeah, which to me is a good sign that we will likely get something at least in the coming months. It doesn't have to be in July. Maybe it'll be August, maybe September. But I think we will be getting something. They're slowly doing things that lead up towards what we could assume to be a blog post. Or maybe the beta, we won't say it, but that would be groundbreaking if in this blog post they mentioned the B word. That would be cool. Yeah, I think we'll get one. But if they don't get one,
I really want to hear your thoughts. Think about this one.
honestly,
If we don't get one,
I also don't think it would be the worst thing in the world. Like, yeah, I want a blog post. I want to make a video on it. I want the Hytale community to go absolute bananas because, it's been a year since the last blog post. But if we don't get one, I think you could expect something maybe coming in the future. Like, something, not a summer blog post, but maybe we'll get a fall post or a fall update. So I think we'll get something this year. Not going to confirm that it's going to be in the summer. Could be later. But dude, if we get something, they said they'll let us know in advance if there's going to be a beta. So I don't know. I think if we don't get one, something is coming big in the future. But if we do get one, it's a win-win, honestly. Except the fact that there's no content.
Yeah. So we've talked about our thoughts for A, the summer blog post, and B,
right,
just in general, like release or when the beta is going to come. And I think it was like 3 weeks ago or something, I was in a call with a bunch of other Hytale content creators, and we were talking about the summer blog post and possible future releases, as we do in every single call. So if you've ever wondered what Hytale content creators talk about in their free time, it's Hytale.
Whoa.
I guess. So
that's awesome.
I had this like brain blast, Jimmy Neutron brain blast, and I think I'm gonna make like a full video about this because I need to like remember my thoughts. But this is kind of what I had in mind. If we don't get a summer blog post, just like you said, something big is coming, and I think it's actually like a best case scenario, low-key a best case scenario. If we don't get a blog post, regardless, I think it's a win-win. I don't think people should be sad that we don't get a summer blog post, because if we don't, it means they're actually trying not to tell us anything, and it means they're ramping up for something big.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have not gotten news for 1 year. I genuinely don't think it's possible for them to drop a blog post update not telling us something big. The only thing that they could do is they could just drop an blog post and be like, another delay. That could genuinely be possible.
That would be devastating.
People have never talked about this. I've never heard people talk about another delay.
But the fact is,
not feasible.
There can't. I don't think there will be. They said they're on track.
Right. I don't think it will be either. I'm just like putting it into existence as a thought.
Well, why would you do that, Myne? Don't give them ideas. Don't give the team ideas.
We can't leave that off the table.
No, you can't.
And we can't be we cannot be upset or like mad at the team. We can be personally, but we can't like put that towards the team if there actually is a delay, because at this point we haven't gotten anything. Hytale's not real.
What's that?
At the current moment. And if they put a delay, it really isn't real. But it's not going to be any different because we haven't gotten any news for 6 months. What's another 6 months at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if we do get news, it's going to be big because it's been 1 year. Come on. 1 year.
Yeah. We need something, man. And dude, imagine the pod when we get news. Holy cow, dude. It's going to be banging. Pod's going to be banging. We're going to have so many special guests on. We were supposed to have another special guest on this week, but my power just could not do it Friday. So
we've been teasing like a special episode for the past like 2 or 3 episodes, and every single week we try to record it. Something gets in the way. Something gets in the way.
Brutal. Maybe next week.
I promise there is something coming. So stay tuned. Post notifications on. You do not want to miss it.
You don't. It's going to be a big, big podcast.
Yeah. Summer blog post. If it's not coming, there's something big happening, and they're saving their like information and their like energy for a big announcement or a trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And if there is something coming, I genuinely think they'll talk about at least an update to what they've been doing. We know they're going to talk about combat because of John Hendricks, and something related to a date, whether or not it's like, hey, we're not ready yet, hey, we think we're getting close, or an actual date.
Yeah. Dude, I just want something so bad. I could just see the whole Hytale community going absolutely insane. I can see so many of those creators who left the community, or people who are doing Minecraft now or doing other things, make a video on Hytale if they announce something massive in this blog post. And then
we're going to see a lot of people coming back.
Like, I don't know if it'll get back to the 2019 levels of hype unless they release another trailer with a like beta announcement or release
I think
date.
Okay, here's the thing. The only way it gets back to the hype is once they start their full marketing. Once they start their full marketing, they have Riot involved, 100% it's going to be back to the hype, because they're going to be, because everyone knows kind of what Hytale is. They just forgot about Hytale.
Yes.
Because every single time Hytale gets mentioned to other people, they're like, oh, that game, what happened to that? And so once people are reminded, they're going to be like, oh, that game, oh, it's coming out, oh, I'll check it out. Because everyone wanted to check it out, they just forgot about it because it never came out.
They did.
Once people are reminded of it, they're going to be like, oh, that game, oh, wait, it's done, okay, I'm going to try it out.
Yeah, and now, even those creators who did leave and are to do other things, hopefully more of them, have a bigger following now, bigger community. They're going to make a video on it, get hundreds of thousands of new people looking at the game if they make a video, which in better, it's just better for Hytale. I mean, all of us
which is in better for the Hytale podcast, which lets us grow our global monopoly and eventually take over the world. So this is all planned to grow this channel to become bigger than probably the human population.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have more subscribers than the world population, because ChatGPT is gonna make a bunch of accounts that'll follow us.
Yeah, we're
That's
gonna
just
have
how it is. Like Hytale, we got Hytale spins on our side, so like we're good. We're good. No, it's how it is. Yeah, but I just can't wait for that. I want to see the wave again, because it was hype back in the day, man. It was so hype. And this is before the first delay, when everybody's like, oh yeah, trailer released in 2018, beta so 100% released in 2019. It didn't, obviously, but man, I want to get back to that. Like, Hytale News was bopping at the time. They were getting like over 1,000 subs a day, which was insane. Like, things like that haven't happened in the community for a while. Except maybe when Connor started to blow up after like his Minecraft documentary that got over 1 million views. Like, that was probably the biggest growth we've had for a Hytale creator in a long time. So, man, if we get news, dude, I'm pumped. We're pumped. We're doing full content on this podcast. It's gonna be great. You guys are gonna want to be there. But let's get on to viewer questions, because we love you guys.
Yeah, we will get into viewer questions, but I want to leave it off with one thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know how hard it is going to be to fit everything that once something comes out into one podcast? We're going to leave the audience, unfortunately, with so many cliffhangers, because we just can't record a 7-hour podcast.
No, we can't.
It just doesn't work like that.
If they're pumping out, I don't know what the release content plan is going to be for Hytale. Just say, for example, they do one a month. Like, yeah, we can do one podcast a week, but if they go back to what they did in 2019 with one blog post a week, like, dude, we're gonna have to do multiple pods a week.
I remember that so much.
I remember coming home from school and just
waiting. I took it for granted. I'll be completely honest. I took that so for granted, and I didn't know what I had until I lost it.
Yeah. And so if that happens, dude, like I said, we're gonna have to do more, maybe 1 or 2 podcasts a week, which is, I mean, good for you guys. You guys get more Hytale content. For us, it's like, holy cow, that's a lot of talking. But it's talking about Hytale and new stuff, so that's what we like to see. And even once a month, like, we would have 4 podcasts technically to break down one big blog post, which is good. We can talk maybe about one section of it for like 30 minutes, and then answer your viewer questions for like 30 minutes, which would be really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, they might be long podcasts.
You know what's crazy? I jinxed myself, and it's actually crazy thinking about this. Back when we had like weekly blog posts, everyone did like weekly videos explaining the blog posts. I did too. And at the very last blog post, like there were like some weeks where I was just super busy with like school or work, where I just didn't do a video because it was like, okay, what's 1 week?
Yeah.
And then it happened again once where I was like, okay, I'm super swamped. I'm just gonna wait until the next week blog post and just like recap both of them, I guess.
Right.
And then we never got a blog post again.
Oh no.
So
we got the monthly ones after that.
Right. We got monthly ones.
Not the same.
No, I think it was after the monthly ones.
Oh, okay.
I think I did like weekly ones for that, and then after the monthly ones, like the last monthly one, I'm like, what's 1 month?
Yeah, right. And then you
never got a blog post. I distinctly
it's because of you, Myne. It's because you did like, no Myne video.
Being like, okay, 1 blog post. What's the worry about not doing a video on one of them? And then I just never got the chance to do one again. It hurt. It really hurt.
That's tough. That's why you always have to do a Hytale blog post breakdown video.
Always. And I will never not do it again.
Nope, you have to.
because the trauma it left me. Viewer
Yep.
questions. Sorry, I
No, it's
extended it.
okay. That's all good.
We got one from Midnight Snack saying, "What's the first licensed property y'all want to see modded into the game?" And you're gonna have an answer to this because
do.
they already listed.
Oh.
Never mind. This is
That
gonna be
we
harder.
want, or is in the game?
Hold on. Aside from Star Wars, Minecraft, and One Piece, so you can't say One Piece.
Oh, what am I supposed to say now? I already know.
I want
I know what I'm
Witcher
saying.
signs and bombs. I think throwables and Hytale are going to be really fun. I have a spreadsheet with hundreds of weapons and movesets typed up. Oh my god.
Wow, I gotta
Hundreds
see.
of weapons and movesets.
No, I have
That's
to
so
take a look.
interesting.
Can I take a look at that? I'm kidding.
So, what IP do you want Hytale that isn't Star Wars, Minecraft, and One Piece? Minecraft, I don't think we'll really ever get because they're competitive
Yep.
games, but Star Wars and One Piece,
I think
you
we
never
could
know.
just let's just put all of anime as a whole.
Oh
in
wait,
there.
no, it doesn't say like official collaboration. It just says mod into the game. Yeah, Minecraft will 100% be.
Yeah.
So yeah,
put all of anime just in the One Piece category because
I think so too.
That's just
you could just
how
say
it
like
is.
Naruto or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. And even with like Star Wars, you can put like Star Trek and science fiction. Like throw all those in there. Even like Marvel or whatever.
No one's modding Star Trek.
Nah, I'm sure somebody will. I mean, personally, as a big race car guy, I want to see F1 in the game. But that's just me. I mean, I'm wearing an F1 hat right now. By the way, Ferrari just won the 24-hour of Le Mans race for the first time in like 50 years. So,
There are
Scuderia.
so many people here that care.
Nobody cares, but I'm like, go Ferrari. I'm pumped. First time ever.
What about a fictional IP?
Fictional
Because
IP.
F1 is very real. What about
That's a good point.
a fictional IP that you want in the game?
I mean, like I said, like all of the animes are sick. I would love to see anime mods. I guess Disney things like Marvel would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess you can put that under the whole. We can put all the whole Disney label under there as well. But that if you just put Disney under there, that's just basically everything. Because Disney owns a lot. People would probably want to see like Nintendo, but like that IP's kind of hard to touch. Unless you don't want to get
modding
sued.
Though. So,
yeah. I don't know. It's hard
never
because
know.
like Nintendo's like, oh, you don't touch our game or sue, right?
Pokemon and Hytale could be hype.
Right. Pokemon would be sick. That's anime as well, technically. So.
I guess it technically is, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of things, man. I don't know, like.
Damn, I'm sad that he listed Star Wars in there because I'm like, lightsabers and Hytale would be dope.
Star Wars it's gonna be modded in. I can't wait to play a Star Wars.
It's gonna be
mod.
one of the first mods that's gonna be created in terms of like IPs ported in, and I'm gonna play it day one. It's gonna be so awesome.
There's so many different like weapon movements and things that you can do because in Minecraft you just add a Star Wars mod. It's just click your sword. Or I guess maybe in the newer versions, like it's still click your sword, but at a pace.
Yeah,
but
I feel like it's going to be really easy because I mean, they said there's going to be so many more combat things that we don't know about, and we're already like combat's insane in Hytale.
Right.
I mean, you could already just mod one of the existing weapons to be a lightsaber and be done with it.
Yeah.
And that's already good.
Don't forget about the movements, like the dash forward, the jump, and the little thing. Mm-hmm. Like those are all things we've sort of seen in Star Wars, like as Force abilities. Like, have you seen Revenge of the Sith? You remember when Palpatine just does a little spinny thing and he like cuts down 3 Jedi Masters in like a second? Like that sort of reminds me of a little dash forward. They can mod that in, which would be dope as heck.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a
lot
of things.
Star Wars is not allowed. So yeah, my answer is Pokemon. You didn't say You said Star Wars, Minecraft, One Piece. I'm gonna say Pokemon. I think that'd be cool.
My answer would have been One Piece. So I mean,
yeah.
F1. That's my answer too.
That's his answer.
Yeah.
So there's a second question. We've seen a lot of AI behavior info from unique interactions / relationships between mobs to the faction standing system. How advanced do you think things will get? We know. Okay. I think we talked about this last episode. So, yeah, that's a sign that we need to get caught up on viewer questions. Speaking of which, if you want to ask us a question, join the Discord. Link in the description. Messiah, oh wow, your name's Messiah and you have a Giga Chad profile picture. This is going to be a crazy question.
Uh-oh.
Podcast question. Do you think the difficulties in the game will be like Minecraft? Easy, normal, hard? And also, Minecraft's difficulty only slightly changes the game. Or maybe like Terraria, classic expert master. Every step up includes a lot of new features and rewards for beating bosses and of course, big increase in difficulty. So I think we've had a difficulty discussion. I think it's going to be more like Minecraft because it's just easier to replicate that. Just more health, more damage.
Mm-hmm. More spawning, I guess. I don't know.
I think there's an issue when it comes to dropping more things or like better things. It makes sense, obviously, because it's harder, so you need better things. But also, it makes it to the point where, like, why would you ever play anything but the hardest mode? Because you just get those things when you otherwise couldn't. That's something I think about, because, like, yeah, why would you play easy if you just can't get certain items? Or, like, if you just get certain items earlier. I don't know, it doesn't make sense.
Would you play it on the hardest mode minus like hardcore regardless?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, I would.
It's the most engaging experience, I would say. Because you're not just going to walk in there, one tap a Yeti, don't take any damage, and then move on. Like, I want to have a challenge. I want to die 1,000 times. I want it to be fun.
Yeah, and it also, like, makes you learn the game. Because a lot of games, if you play on the easy difficulty, you literally just press, like, the attack button, and you kill every single monster in the game, or, like, enemy in the game.
Right? Yeah.
But if you play on the hardest difficulty, you actually have to use the mechanics of the game. Who would have guessed?
That's crazy, and as someone who wants to be good at combat, like, that'll help you understand how every single weapon type works instead of just clicking block and clicking attack. So that's cool.
Yeah, so we'll definitely play the hardest difficulty. It does mean that I think of it as a content creator's perspective too. Like, we have to kind of play the game faster than everyone else to be able to make content about it before everyone else, because it is kind of a race to get the content out first. So if you...
It's hard when you're working full time, but nighttime videos. Oh no! Oh, your camera froze. I thought it fell. I thought your camera died, but nope, you're good.
My camera's still good?
Yep, you're chilling.
Okay, I don't know what percent we're at.
You just froze. That was crazy.
Oh, it's probably on the lower percents.
Yeah.
If you are just really bad at the game, I'm gonna be honest, you just have to switch to like normal or easy. You cannot be stuck at like a truck camp for 3 hours.
You can,
but
now imagine the rage compilations if you just can't beat it. That'd be hilarious.
Dude, that'd actually be so funny. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I know this is a question that's coming up, so I don't want to talk about it too much, but I definitely will be streaming the game, and I think you will too.
Probably.
If we do get stuck at a truck camp for hours, think about the like clips that come out of that. It's gonna be so fucking funny.
Dude, people are gonna just pretend to be bad at the game.
It's also
just to
gonna be so which sucks, but it's also gonna be really embarrassing if we actually do get stuck somewhere.
Well, the high circle chat will never let us live that down.
Oh yeah.
First of all, but then again, I don't know.
I hope it's you and not me. I hope it's you that gets stuck.
I can see Connor being stuck at a truck camp for like years. Connor's not very good at Minecraft, so.
True. He's good at making videos. He's not good at playing the game.
Oh, it's so funny.
Shots fired. Come on the podcast.
We love Connor.
GT asks, when are beta starting or release date?
We don't know.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, I think we talk about that and speculation in pretty much every single episode. So, yeah, we will give you an answer in the next blog post. Fingers crossed. Podcast question from Shulker Gaming. What is the crafting system like in Hytale?
I think we talked about that last episode.
We didn't talk about it last episode, but it was a few episodes ago. Another reason we need to catch up on podcast questions.
Come on, Myne.
I'm glad you guys are asking these, though, because these are exactly the things we want to talk about. Thoughts on cooking in Hytale? That is something we haven't talked about, and I think that's a huge discussion, actually. How do you think cooking will happen? Because there's a lot of ways that this could go about.
Dude, we've seen a lot. There's pots, like we can make stews, which is really cool. It's not just throw 3 things in a crafting recipe and you have a soup already.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be the way that Minecraft has it.
No. To
where it's only going to be like either you just throw them in a crafting table and you're good, or you just throw them in a furnace and they're cooked. I really hope, because I think cooking is super fun in a lot of games. I'm gonna use my daily Zelda reference. I really do hope it's kind of like Zelda, where you select a bunch of items and you actually like throw them in a pot, and different items do different things. But maybe it's even more advanced than that, where you have like different crafting benches or different like tools to like make different foods. So like you have an oven, you have a stove or something like that, or like
the same thing.
I guess. Maybe they're too advanced, but like a furnace or like a grill. A grill would not be advanced.
Barbecue? That'd be sick.
Yeah, like a barbecue.
I'd like to grill up some steak. That'd be dope. Well, we've seen like little things on like a stick, right? Like, and it's over a fire. We've seen those, so I can see those, like that little campfire, have like a small inventory, and maybe, for example, you put like a steak on it, or you throw like a carrot in there, and maybe they'll have different cooking speeds, obviously. So you take out the carrot before it gets burnt, and then like you wait 5 more minutes, and the steak is cooked. That could be really cool.
I hope it's not 5 minutes to cook a single steak, but yeah, I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
There could also be like a churn, like to make butter.
Ooh, that'd be cool. You got to get your dairy products in there. You know, we can. Can you milk? I'm sure you can milk a cow in Hytale.
I'm sure you can milk a cow.
Yeah,
I think it's been shown, like someone with a bucket near a cow at least.
Oh, 100%. I mean, it's in Minecraft, so it'll be in Hytale. Like you can pick up the poop of the cow. Like,
if you can pick up the poop, there'd be no reason not to be able to milk a cow.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll say it right now.
Yeah.
That is
do you
confirmed to be in the game?
Do you think foods are gonna spoil in Hytale? Like, you know how in Ark foods tend to spoil?
Man, I really hope not. That's such an annoying system in my opinion, especially for like I can understand it for Ark because it's more of a survival game, but Hytale really isn't. It's a survival game. It's not a survival game.
Right. Like I want to hoard food, man. Like I want like my 64 stack of steak just in case I need it.
One thing I want is I hope that there isn't just one food that's just like the food. And I know that's really hard to balance. I don't know how they're going to be able to fix that, but like in Minecraft, you just get golden carrots and you're done.
Golden carrots, the only and before that, you just get steak and pork chops. Like,
yeah, you just get steak and pork chops, and then you just get golden carrots because they fill up your saturation. I hope it's a bit more advanced. Well, here's the thing. We know that food heals health. There's no like hunger. So it's just going to be like how it heals health, but it could be like different effects the food gives. So instead of like potions, it'll be food. Or there could also be potions to just give the effect, but food with the effect could give like health and the effect.
Right.
And then it's like different ways to get the health. So some foods are like a marginal increase, some are like instant. They maybe take longer to eat. There could be a lot of ways that they could like differentiate the different foods, but I think also adding effects to it would be a way to do it. So sometimes you need like a stamina food or like a mana food, but sometimes you need like an attack up food, and you can only get like one effect at a time, something like that.
Right,
I don't know.
Right. That'd be cool. I mean, there's a lot of things they can do with food, and looks like there is a lot of food in Hytale, which is cool because I like exploring with that sort of thing. And who knows, maybe in a bunch of RPG servers, there's going to be a bunch of restaurants out there, and you can get your food and do whatever you want with it. So
yeah, I would love that. My favorite thing in like servers is if you just like open a restaurant. I think that's fun. So dope. It's so fun to role play too.
Like who's going to be the Gordon Ramsay of Hytale? Like who knows? That'd be awesome.
That is something you can be. If you're watching this and you want to be the Gordon Ramsay of Hytale, get ready to.
What are you? I'm an idiot sandwich.
Yeah. Follow up to that would be, I wonder if they have a complex meal variation similar to Vintage Story. Isn't that the like game that a Hytale, like an ex-Hytale dev or something made?
That is Vintage
Story.
I
don't know who made it. It looks bad. It looks exactly what Minecraft copies used to be.
Yeah.
You remember all of those like Minecraft ripoffs?
It looks more in depth. The music in the game's actually pretty solid. I've seen like clips of it.
Yeah,
I'm just not a fan of the character design. No, I've never played it, so I can't bash that.
Visuals are ugly. It's like very dark. But complex meal variations. Yeah, that's kind of what we talked about. Like different foods. Like imagine if there's variations to pizza. Like
pepperoni.
You can make a pizza, but like you can choose the different toppings on it.
That'd be cool.
The game just turns into a pizza simulator.
Oh, pizza simulator would be dope, dude. Like imagine.
That'd be awesome.
Make my own pizza.
The game.
Pizza
simulator.
I'm making pizza, dude. I'm making pizza or Pizza Nova or Boston Pizza or whatever. If you ever know what any of those are. Like, yep. Making pizza places.
GT asks, what about weathers in the game like rains and storms?
Well, we've seen sandstorms, we've seen snowstorms, we've seen rainstorms. I think there's thunder. Well, I would not be surprised if there's thunderstorms.
No reason not to.
Yeah, it makes sense. And maybe in Zone 4 there's like acid rain or something. I don't know. Like the climate seems something like that.
Yeah, that could be interesting. You need like certain armor to protect you from the acid rain.
Yeah, or you just go under a cave or a tree and you're good. Other things, I don't know. It'll probably be a very similar environment to the world. Maybe there'll be like more wind some days than other days. You can see it with like the tall
Mm-hmm.
grass, but don't really know. Like
Yeah, that could be cool to see wind and actually the tall grass moving, and you see like leaves flying across your screen.
I mean,
That could be
dope.
super immersive.
It'd be cool. You know how in Minecraft how you click, I think it's F3 to see all the stats, right? It'd be cool if there was like something like that in Hytale that literally tells you like the wind speed. So, for example,
Well, it wouldn't be F3. I think that you'd have like an item. Like
oh,
I don't know what the name of it is, but you know the thing that you put on top of your house to be like doo-doo-doo-doo, that thing.
imagine, oh my god, like windmills, like they spin faster if there's more wind.
Oh, I'm a big fan of windmills. That's actually like one of the most built things I do in Minecraft is I love building windmills. I think they're just so cool.
But like, I want
It's
windmills
so
that
random,
actually
but
work.
I hope
And
they work. Yeah.
ooh, if you put a windmill in like a plains biome, which I assume since there's less trees, there's going to be more wind going around it.
Right.
And then, for example, you connect that to some sort of like electricity thing that they have in Minecraft or in Hytale. That would be a really cool way to create power.
Yeah, and I already see the comments being like, "That's create." Yeah, I hope something like create is in
Hmm.
Hytale, because in
I hope so.
create, if you have like a water mill or a windmill, that creates like the power you need to fuel all of your machines and stuff like that. So
And
hopefully
how dope would
windmills
that be?
work.
Well,
Hopefully water mills work.
we've seen like copper pipes right into those little ACs outside, which I mean, copper's a conductor. That's what a lot of wire is. So, God, is there? I don't know. We haven't seen it yet. If there, watch, there's gonna be like a blog post in like 2 months. It's like electricity in Hytale, and everybody's gonna go crazy. So, that's cool.
Imagine that's the next blog post. We'll see.
Yeah.
Rains and storms. Yeah, it could also be cool to have like different variations to the weather. So sometimes it's only like a light drizzle. Sometimes it'll be rain, or sometimes it's gonna go down like a monsoon. That could
That'll
also be
so
cool.
sick. And you imagine if like little water starts like puddling on the grass, and you're walking through it, it's making a little splish splash effect.
I
That'd be
want
dope.
this. I want this. And
Oh
if
my
not,
God.
if any modders are listening, I need this. I need that mod to like enhance my gameplay.
That would be
I love
crazy.
those so much.
Next level. That'd be next level.
Yeah. Jaden comments to that. That would be cool if weather was a local thing instead of a global event. Also
Ooh.
a cool thing to think about, like, oh, over in that plains biome it's raining right now, but over here it's sunny, kind of like the real world, where like if your city is, it looks like the world is ending, but one city over it's like bright as day. You know how that happens.
Yeah, you know in Minecraft
So-
when like a sand biome is connected to a snow biome, and like literally one tile off it's snowing and the other tile is literally a desert.
Yeah.
Like things like that make no sense.
Yeah, those are funny.
Mhm.
Jimmy DeFish asks, do you hope for voice acting in story mode cinematics? Do you think there even will be cinematics? I'm glad you asked that right after.
I think so.
Would you prefer text subtitles, like similar to that for Pokemon games, for example? So do you want, so let's go ahead and say this first. First off, do you think there's going to be cinematics?
100%. I 100%
I think so
think there
too.
will be cinematics.
For the story, yeah.
It would just make the most sense, I have to say. It just looks cool, and I expect there to be. And even if there's not, like I said, we've said this many times, memory mirrors are likely going to be the way they do their flashbacks and story,
Yeah.
like telling of just things in the game. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, so even if there's no like story prompted cinematics, you'll probably be able to get cinematics through the memories.
And maybe
Second
those
time
will
you
have
meant-
voice acting.
The second time me mentioning Zelda, that's how they do their exposition too.
Mhm.
The entire game, you just play. There's not really any story. You go
Yep.
to a place, go to a memory, and then you kind of learn about the story. And I think
Which
that's a
is
good
really
way
cool.
because it doesn't like force you out of the game. I think that's a thing cinematics do a lot of the time. It's like you're playing the game, and then you just have to put your controller down or like
It's
let go of
cutscene.
your mouse, and you just kind of have to sit there. And you were like, well, I actually kind of want to play this.
Yeah, I mean, this
So
looks
I think
cool.
that is an issue with cinematics sometimes. It's like a gripe. It's not really that important. Cinematics can still be cool, and even if they are there, I don't think that's a thing for most people. I'm just saying that is a thing that can happen. It can pull you out of the game sometimes, but it also can like immerse you more.
Mhm.
Do you think, okay, so voice acting versus subtitles? If it's cinematic, it has to be voice acting.
Yep.
If it's
I can't wait
cinematic,
for
it actually has to be. If it's in game, I can see it being text. Like you just like walk up to a character, you like right click them or something, and then like a text bubble pops up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could probably be text, but in cinematics, it's voice acting. I think it'll be annoying if there's voice acting like regularly. Like you just like decide to live in a Quebec camp, and every 2 seconds you hear like whatever the Quebec noise is,
Yeah,
and
that
they just
could
all
get
talk to
annoying.
you, be like, "Hey yo, what are you doing? Hey yo, what are you doing? Hey yo, what are you doing?"
I hope
Instead
they
of
have
just
more
like
than
text
just one
bubbles.
line. Be like, hey, get out of my village, home, or something like that. That would be quite
Oh
annoying.
yeah, a variation in text. That's also
Yeah.
a thing that could be
But
cool.
then again, like if you're Connor living in a Quebec village the whole time, I don't want my background noise to be like, hey Jim, hey Jeff, how are you, Jim? Good, how are you, Jeff? Like that would be very
Yeah,
annoying as background noise if you're just chilling
I
there.
would mute that like ambient, like Quebec voice slider, whatever it is,
Yeah, it would.
because
It would be
I do
annoying.
that in Minecraft. If I live near like villagers, I just have to mute that because they're
They are
like,
annoying. Or if you have like chicken.
huh.
Have you ever had like a chicken,
Or
cow,
any
pig
animals.
farm?
Yeah,
Yeah,
any
any
animals.
animal
They're so
farm.
annoying.
Like, bro, just shut up.
Same with nether portals. I have to
Oh, they're
admit it.
so
They're
loud.
so loud, and that's a thing I hope doesn't happen in Hytale. We've seen that portal inside of the house. I don't know if that makes a sound. I hope it doesn't. I, I hope it does and doesn't. I hope it makes a sound if you go in it, be like or something like that. But I
Yep.
hope it doesn't make like an ambient sound
Yeah, it just has
when
loud
you're
ass
just like
nether
living in
portal
it. Because
sound.
if you have a portal in your house, it's gonna be doing that sound effect for hours and hours because you're gonna be in your house for a while.
That's why you see in Minecraft a lot of people just don't have another portal in their bedroom. They put it
Hmm.
like outside or downstairs or something, so you can't hear it going off all the time.
Yeah.
Not that you spend most of your time in your house, but it's annoying when you're in there and you're just like, whoa, you know, it's like, bro, don't want to hear you. So yeah, cool,
Yeah.
good question.
Or like a lot of the times you AFK in your house. So like if you need to do something real quick or like
Oh,
alt
I
tab,
mute up, dude.
you
I'm
go
muting
in
up.
you go in your house.
Yeah.
Most of the time you don't need to mute it up, but if you have another portal there, you don't want to hear the another portal when you're alt tabbed.
No, you
Same thing
don't.
with the Hytale portal. So we'll be interested to see how the sound effect works in Hytale. We haven't really learned a lot about the Hytale sound effects.
We've had a sound
Have we?
effects. We've had a sound effects blog post. The one
We
with the chest
have.
opening, and they literally are hiring a sound artist right
Right.
now.
They are
So
hiring. What was the specific role? There
sound
was a
design.
new job. Wait, why haven't we talked about this?
Oh yeah, we should probably.
Why did we not talk about this? Let me get the exact one. It is senior technical sound designer.
They're hiring a bunch of senior positions right now, so either they're trying to promote within or trying to find a very experienced person outside of the Hytale world to lead a team, I guess. That's nothing very crazy, but you get to work with, I think it's Kieran is it Kieran Fitzpatrick? Kieran? He's the one who does the sound design? I don't remember.
I'm looking at the blog posts right now. Creature sounds. Yeah, that was stupid of me. We got a lot of blog posts about sound effects.
The sound effects make the game. They did like snow stepping footprints. They've done spider sounds.
Yeah, so you
Scarab
definitely
noises.
won't. Okay, so I'm going through the videos.
Mm-hmm.
Put your chicken farm far away from your house. Saying that right now. They are loud.
Yes.
Let me listen. It's taking a while to load. I think it's my internet or the Hytale website. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
The videos aren't loading. But
That's
yeah,
okay.
I looked at the chicken one. You don't want chickens near your house. So
They look annoying and they run around in circles. Like, I don't know if they'll do that when you're in the pen with them. That'll be really cool if it's a sort of like fight or flight sort of thing. But yeah, we'll see. All right, I think we got time for one more question here, Myne, before your camera dies.
One more question. Oh, that is true. My camera hasn't died. What time are we at right now?
48 minutes.
Ooh.
It lasted long today. Good for your camera.
It's probably on like 2% right now.
When it froze, it probably hit like low power mode or something. That's crazy.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. From Jaden, do you think Hytale will add in more armor types and ore types that have been previously stated? How many do you think Hytale will have? How many have been previously stated? We know like
we have
6
cobalt,
or so,
iron, thorium, gold. I think there's copper. You could probably mine copper. I don't know.
Iron.
Yeah, iron. I think I said that. Iron. I'm sure there's other ones. We've seen like that red armor set. It doesn't really look like copper, but it also doesn't look like gold. Doesn't look like the other red material. I don't know what it could be. Maybe I forget what they called it. Not uranium. What's the other one? Is that even a thing? Uranium? I don't know. That's a Minecraft ore. So yeah,
that's not a Minecraft ore. Uranium?
No, sorry. In in ore spawn. It's the mod. There's uranium, and there's one that you use it to make the ultimate armor. It's not vibranium. That would be cool if it was vibranium. But yeah, I don't know what else they got.
What other ores? I mean, I hope there's a lot of ores to keep the progression going higher and higher and higher.
Amethyst,
make it longer.
maybe emerald, diamond. Forgot about diamond.
Yeah, I hope there's a whole bunch of ores.
You hope maybe there might even be made up ores, and I wouldn't be surprised if there are. That would be cool.
I mean,
netherite's not a real thing, is it?
Netherite's not a real thing. What is that? Thorium?
Thorium? I don't think that's real. I don't think it's green, real. So that kind of would be the emerald equivalent, probably.
I'm gonna Google it just to make sure we're not stupid. Is thorium a real
I know,
thing?
right? Is it a thing?
Yeah, it's a chemical element.
Oh, okay.
It's number 90.
Interesting.
It's not green though. So.
Oh, it's not
brown.
Green? Okay.
Yeah, it's brown.
Interesting. Good to know.
Thorium is real.
It's brown though.
Well.
It's died clearly. But yeah, let's wrap up the podcast here before Myne's camera dies. I'm surprised it lasted 50 minutes.
Let me look at what the
what's it at?
Percentage is at.
Imagine it's at 1%, it just dies right now. That'd be so funny.
Oh, I can't see it because it's plugged in. So it's like technically charging, but it's still like exerting more power.
Yeah. So guys, if you guys did enjoy this week's episode of the Hytale podcast, let us know in the comments section below. Oh, that's not bad. So if you didn't plug it in, it would have died. Oh, yeah. You turned it off.
Yeah, I unplugged it, that's why.
So it's probably just instantly died. That's funny. Yeah, so we'll wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's podcast. Like and subscribe. We'll probably try to get some very special guests on next weekend or the week after, whenever we find time to talk with them. Yeah, but we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Yeah, stay tuned.